Yo, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about my Sony FX30 settings or FX3 settings or any Sony camera in general that you have. They fare to be similar, and these are the best practices to use when shooting on the Sony systems. I've been shooting Sony systems for a long time, and the reason I'm making this video is somebody in the comments recently asked, what are my Sony FX30 settings? I've been posting a lot of videos on my Sony FX30 with different lens choices, and I think it's been doing my channel pretty well. I appreciate everybody for watching and following us. FX30 is an amazing camera, and I feel like you can get amazing results. And here are just some base practices that I tend to follow when I'm shooting on my FX30. Rule number one, always shoot on the native ISO. I try to always shoot at 800, and I think it just gives the best results. It gives the best results. It says in the manual, it gets the most dynamic range at 800. You can bump it up to that dual native ISO 2500, but a lot of times in low light, I find that it can make the darks a little noisy depending on how you expose it. But wanted to practice a little bit more on going to that second native ISO when shooting in the daytime, just to preserve the highlights. A lot of DPs been saying. So I'm gonna test that out, and they say if you want to keep the shadows clean in the low light, just stay at the 800 or even go low, because the FX30, FX6, FX9 work on the exposure index. Really back into the settings, I always try to use the 1/180 rule, which is 1/50, but now if you got the new update in your FX30, you can use 180-degree shutter for white balance. So all this depends on the settings. My best practice for that is to always shoot make the whites white in camera, because the FX30 is only a 422 10-bit camera, and you can't push and pull that much and try to color correct too much before grading. So I might as well just get it right in camera first, and then try to go crazy in the color grade. And trying to think the other basics. Shutter, f-stop, you can kind of just shoot what you please. I like to shoot anywhere between a 1.4 to 4. Sometimes I like a nice soft milky background. Sometimes I like a little bit more depth in my image, so I shoot at a 4, but always try to keep it in that range. And it all depends on the lenses. Different lenses works different at different stops. My best advice would try to get some type of NDs to help you stay in that range. But a lot of people don't talk about is the settings and the codecs in the camera. The best codec is the codec that's at the bottom. I'm showing it on screen right now, the XAVC SI. And if you did get the update recently, you can shoot DCI 4K. I try to shoot like this all the time in my cameras. I know it is a bit more memory, and the Sony memory cards are like very pricey. And I just shoot my projects in this because I don't want to go back and just have any like regrets of not shooting in the best codec possible. For a lot of other projects I DP for, sometimes when doing like a lot of running gun stuff or we got a lot of slow motion, I do switch to that XAV. It's a lot of letters, but the one with the S, I got to highlight here on the screen. To be honest, I really don't see too much of a difference when grading, but it's just that like thought in the back of my mind that like you should get the best images possible. I think if you want to save some hard drive space and just not be offloading the cards on set all the time, because the cards are expensive, you can just shoot in this format. A trick I like to do is always shoot with a Rec 709 LUT. It just gets me my base image. I don't like to shoot with different LUTs on for say. Sometimes I might shoot with the black and white LUT. Sometimes I might check a LUT or two that I have installed in the camera, but for the most part, I'm shooting that Rec 709 LUT. Just so I got my basic black style, I got the basic color profile, because when I go back into DaVinci, it's gonna be exactly what I saw on my HD monitors. If you're not shooting on Sony lenses, a lot of us don't own Sony lenses. I don't personally own any Sony lenses. I like to rent them out. And if you're not shooting on any Sony lenses and you're gonna shoot autofocus, my best bet is to shoot, I think, transition speed 3 and the sensitivity 4. It just gives it that cinematic roll off, like somebody is pulling focuses and the camera is not jumping too fast, like back and forth. Like if I put my hand out here, it kind of rolls to focus. Well, it's not even focus. You got that face detection on. But yeah, you get it. When you move your camera or you want it to focus, you don't want to jump in too fast back and forth. Other than that, I feel like it's a big like discussion on gear doesn't matter, and it doesn't and don't. But the thing that always matters is two things: the stuff that's behind the camera, which is you, and the stuff that you put in front of the camera, which starts with the lens. Good glass make a camera like the FX30 way more qualified than what it should be shooting. If you put anything, I don't want to get too specific with lenses, but you put any type of cinema glass other than photo lenses, the camera starts looking better, feeling better, and people start asking like, yo, how the hell did you shoot this on the FX30? I get that question all the time. After that, talent, the wardrobe, the settings, as in like the places and locations, all that stuff matters. And the biggest thing involved is lighting. If the light is not right, if the camera is not soaking in enough information, if you're not shaping that light right, if you're not giving it the right quality of light, none of this stuff matters that you put into the camera that I just told you. You gotta make sure everything here is right. And also said it starts with the people behind the camera, because if you're working on bigger sets or even small sets, if you got people in positions that doing certain roles, those people are gonna make the project that much better. So you as a DP or director DP, however many hats you gotta wear on set, if each person in their department are doing the best of their jobs and they getting the right costume and hat, wardrobe with a great location, you can make this camera look like it's worth $100,000. It is a Super 35 camera. What's up, Alexa 35? We almost there. But those are my settings for the FX30. If you like this video, give it a like. If you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. It's a lot of more videos coming. I got LUTs coming and treatments. And that's another thing. Now I'm ratting off. Just stay here. This is extra. If you are looking to make your FX30 look a little bit better, you need to get better with your treatments. I'm having a sale right now on my treatments in my store for $29.99, and you can get an additional 50% off if you use the code BISHOP. All caps, I'm gonna put it on the screen. If you use this code, you get an extra 50% off. They're already 50% off on the site right now. The treatments are gonna help you communicate to your artists or the team that you're getting a job for. It's gonna help communicate to all the HODs, all the edit departments. It's gonna make everybody's job easier. They know what to bring to set, they know what's looking for. And yeah, you need better treatments. That's the start. Pre-pro is like the start for everything. This camera isn't shit if you don't do the right thing in pre-pro. I'm not gonna talk too long. I thank y'all for watching the channel. This is me, I'm Clark Bishop. Follow me on Instagram at Clark Visions. I'll see you later. It's gonna be more content soon. Peace.